Center Tiger Basketball on KCLY is brought to you in part by Farmway Co-op, Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, Ray's Apple Market, Patterson's Health Mart, Pharmacy and Radio Shack, United Bank and Trust, Hanson Ford of Clay Center, and Central Valley Ag.
Welcome to the Tigers Den. Rocky Downing along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella, and we welcome into the broadcast booth former Clay Center Tiger legend, Phil Casper. Not on the basketball court necessarily, but there were several things you were legendary in Clay Center High School sports.
Not much in this gym, that's for sure.
Well, welcome, and we always appreciate having to flip alongside as we get set for a Tiger basketball broadcast. I know you paid attention on Friday night, and you were excited to see what both of these teams were able to do. Of course, the Lady Tigers went up against really a mismatched opponent in Rock Creek, and as you heard Coach Edwards and I talking during pregame, they kind of did what they should have done for a young team filling in some new gaps right now.
Well, I think that's what you were looking for. I mean, it was an obvious mismatch, and I think they knew that going in. But with a young team like he has, they did exactly what he expected them to do, and that's, win the ball game by 20-plus points. So I think they responded well. I think he was able to take a lot out of that. They will be tested tonight. This is not a mismatch. The Beloit Lady Trojans are a solid basketball team, and they go deep on the bench as well.
And they're very similar, really, to Clay Center in the fact that they are a team that lost a lot from last year. They only have one returning starter. They have a couple that played a lot last year, and then they've got a lot of new personnel stepping into new roles. One that you and I have had a chance to follow quite a bit through the Twin Valley League, former Swiftly Clyde Lady Eagle, Courtney Hubert, now at Beloit, and she's a huge addition to this team and really to all their sports.
Well, yeah, to all their sports, exactly. She's a two-time state champion in the javelin. She's a heck of an athlete no matter what sport she goes out. But you and I have called her games for 2 years in the TVL tournament, and she's a great player. She is not a starter, if that tells you anything. So with her not starting, she'll come in off the bench a lot and see a lot of minutes. But they're solid from top to bottom, and like you said, I think you made a good point. They match up really well with Clay Center. They're very, very similar. They mirror each other in a lot of ways.
Alana Bucky played quite a bit last year, but certainly not for the role she'll be playing this season. A 5'6" senior had 20 points on Friday against Concordia. They did win that game for Coach Dallas Cox. Remy Barons, she's a senior. She's the one lone returning starter. She had 18 points, 7 boards in that ball game on Friday. Alexis Bucky, 5'6" and a senior, 8 points, 4 boards in the contest. Josie Wilson, who played quite a bit last year, 5'2" junior, she had 8 points, 1 board, 10 assists in that game on Friday night. And then May Spangler, a 5'6" freshman, who's expected to do a lot of things for this team as well. So Beloit comes in 1-0, a win against Concordia. They were tested against the Lady Panthers. They led 39-27 at halftime and then really pulled away in the final quarter to move on and win that ball game on Friday evening. For the Clay Center Lady Tigers, it was a win as well, 41-19. Their starting lineup looks like this. It'll be Savannah Kitfer outside, a 5'7" senior. Allie Wright-Frederick had 3 points, 1 point, 1 assist, a 5'7" junior. Caitlin Bonnerblas, 2 points, a 5'9" senior on Friday night. She also had 4 steals and 3 assists in that ball game. Then you go down inside with Sid Calloway, who can play kind of anywhere on the court, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. And she's a sophomore that's just going to get better and better. Compared her to a thoroughbred on pregame, and I think that's a pretty good analysis of what she does when she gets out in the open court. And then Courtney Hamill, the silent assassin, 5'9" senior, 10 points, 11 rebounds, an assist and a rebound, and she jumps center right now for Clay Center, and Beloit does control the opening tap. Alana Bucky brings it across the midcourt stripe, and she travels with the basketball immediately. Now, Coach Edwards said this team can shoot lights out from beyond the arc. They did on Friday. He said if you made them, though, go in the lane and take shots, they would either turn it over or they didn't shoot it nearly as well. They love to set up outside and shoot the three.
And that's exactly what you saw there. And they show press, but it'd just be a straight-up man-to-man for Beloit to start.
Lady Tigers' first offensive possession. It's Courtney Hamill beyond the arc at the top. Goes left on the wing to Sid Calloway. She brings it out top. Just underway, no score. Clay Center's first possession. Left wing is Caitlin Bonenblush. She goes right and deep to Allie Wright-Frederick, who will bring it back outside and reset the offense. Here's Calloway. Looks high post to Hamill, not there. They swing it around right to Kipfer. Short corner, Ryle. Great look inside. Bonenblush got bumped, no call. gets her own rebound and sticks it back in. The Bonham blast inside with an offensive carom and the stick-back bucket, and Clay Center leads it 2-0. Driving layup inside by Kylie Mim, a 5A senior, no good, and Clay Center's off to the races. Callaway to Wright Frederick, and she's going to be fouled. She'll be at the line to shoot 2.
Boy, how about that feed from Courtney Hamill into Caitlin Bonenbluss, and then the feed you just saw. Didn't see who fed it. Allie Wright fed it.
Callaway got it to
Allie
Wright Frederick. Yeah, wow, great move across state. Wright Frederick went strong and got the foul call. She's at the stripe to shoot 2, missing on the first of those 2 free throws.
Or what a couple of assists. The one from Courtney Hamill just outstanding inside the Bonenbluss, and then Sid Callaway to Allie Wright Frederick.
And that in transition, the other in the half-court set, so both good things. Wright Frederick misses both free throws.
I don't see that very often.
No, not at all. 2-0 ball game, placed into the lead. Here's Mim in the transition, shot up, no good. Tipped around on the board. Blocked shot inside by Bonenbluss. Now the rebound off to Wright Frederick in a crowd, and she's fouled. Clay Center will have the basketball.
I'm seeing a lot out of Beloit. I'm seeing a lot of aggressiveness, but I'm seeing a lot of out-of-control aggressiveness up to this point. They're just not quite sure of themselves yet.
It'll be Clay Center's basketball as Wright Frederick brings it up the floor. 2-0, Clay Center on top. 1:15 into this opening quarter. That's on the wing deep. Kipper. She'll hold outside for the post for Bonenbluss. Bumped away, and they're letting her play inside quite a bit. The last shot Bonenbluss took before her offensive board looked like she was bumped, no call. And this time they allowed the defender to come in and kind of make a play defensively. Now pull-up jumper by Mace Spangler's good. And the 5'6" freshman makes it a 2-2 ball game. Clay Center back the other way. Wright Frederick to the top. Bonenbluss around left to Kipper. Campbell trying to post it inside. Here's Callaway at the point. Ball fake. Drives all the way to the glass. Blanket is good for the sophomore. And Clay Center up 4-2.
Wow.
Ball fake out.
For that.
And, you know, she showed some range, knocked down a 3 on Friday night. Coach Edwards saying in pregame with me that he wants her to shoot more. They just hope she will get that confidence built up. He said she has shot thousands of shots since last season in preparation for this year, and that outside touch is going to get better and better. And if they have to respect that, look out when she drives inside.
Well, and you're already seeing more confidence out of her than you did last year. I mean, as a freshman, you don't over-expect a lot, but after that year of experience, you're starting to see a lot more confidence.
Lauren Lane in defensively for Clay Center as Kipfer comes out. Here's a jumper left wing. Shot is strong. Rebound weak side comes away to Elena Butke. She'll back it outside with a pass to the free throw stripe. A drive by Keely Bim. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Bonenbluss clears it, and she's fouled. Clay Center will have it back with a 4-2 lead. 5:39 to work here in the opening quarter.
1 of 5 for Beloit right now from the field.
Both these teams state ranked coming in. 3A for Beloit, 4A Division II for Clay Center. Both had tremendous years last year. Lost quite a bit as far as their starting lineups, but obviously coming back with a loaded talent still, and it's showing off early in the season. Here's Callaway, high post to Hamill. Looks down low, has Bonenbluss. Power dribble, puts it up off glass with the left hand and good. The Bonenbluss, who was held at 2 points on Friday, now with 4 points early in this one at 6-2, Clay Center the lead. Here's a drive by Mim, has been very active early. Tipped pass by Callaway, and I don't know the exact numbers, Flip, but Coach Edwards and his staff keep track of tipped passes. And Callaway on Friday night, I think it was around the 14-16 mark that she maybe didn't get steals, but disrupted the offense.
And those are big.
Huge for a defensive team. There's a shot by Mim again. No good. Gets her own rebound. Back up, rims out, rebound to Bonenbluss. Caitlin with a big start to this ball game. 4 points, several boards. Here's Callaway in transition. Drives, reverse lay, and no. Rebound comes off to Beloit. It's Mim going the other direction. Clay Center. Check this. That's a drive by Beloit, and it's now a 6-5 ball game on a 3-point pull-up outside. Shot was up and good by Beloit, and it's a 1-point ball game. Clay Center back with it.
I think that was Josie Wilson to put that shot up.
Here is outside Lauren Lane with the dribble. And now down to the baseline left, Bonenbluss. Right side wing, Wright Frederick to answer just off the mark. Here's Callaway with the offensive board. Kick out to Wright Frederick. She'll back it out now and reset the offense. And I'm going to update my roster. We had a missed number on the roster. It's Remy Behrens, who had 18 points for Beloit, who's taken it in several times for the Trojans and come up short. Now the basketball goes out of bounds, and Beloit will substitute in with Karen Post, who played quite a bit on Friday. And also into the lineup is Sydney Johnson, who had 5.6 boards and 2 block shots, a big presence inside.
6'2" sophomore.
Play center with the basketball, leading by 1. Left side wing Lane, right side, right Frederick drives it strong, takes it up, it's blocked inside by Post, deflected on the outlet. Hamill comes up with it, battles the loose ball, out of bounds to play center on the baseline.
Well, that's a great job, and that's the thing. You get a 6'2" sophomore in there with maybe not a lot of playing experience. Nice block, but then you got to be able to get rid of it and get it out to your outlet.
6-5 plays into the lead and the basketball from their own baseline. It comes into the free throw stripe. Bonnerblas, corner left. 2-pointer, right. Frederick carries it. Nothing but threads from right Frederick, and it's 8-5. Play center by 3. Back down court quickly. They go inside the lane. A foul called on Caitlin Bonnerblas. The bump down in the post as they fed it down low inside Alexis Budke.
Lady Tigers 4 of 6 from the field right now. They're getting good shots, good looks.
Outstanding look the last time down, and a 2-pointer threaded by the sniper, right Frederick. Near steal by Calloway, and a tip pass doesn't get the steal, but still disrupts what Beloit's trying to get done. Right corner with the basketball goes Alana Budke. Her shot up, no good. Bonham blunts the board. Caitlin brings it out of there herself and will take it up the floor. 3:19 to work. Play center by 3. Sid Calloway steps in, pulls from 15 feet, rims off, rebound tipped by Hamill, who always seems to be around the basketball somehow. It's 8-5, place into the lead. Beloit back to the direction. Skip pass down the block. Karen Post. Shot no good. Guess who? Courtney Hamill, the rebound. Dribbles out of trouble. Now the ball loose in the full court. Lauren Lane, big dive to come up with it. Here's Calloway trying to go to right Frederick. A foul called. It's going to be place center's possession on the baseline.
What a play by Lauren Lane, just to have the presence of mind of where she was at and what she needed to do.
Well, they called this actually on place center in transition.
They call that on,
I think, on right Frederick.
They did.
The bump before it went out of bounds, and so this will be Beloit's basketball. Adding Mullen in for the first time as Calloway gets a breather with 2:53 to work in this opening quarter. The Lady Tigers lead it 8-5. So Beloit the length of the floor to go, and the Lady Tigers set up in what appears to be some type of half-court trap. Now they kind of back out of it and go straight man-to-man. Beloit brings it across. This is Budke. Right side wing, they go in the lane. Turn around, good spin move inside by Sydney Johnson. As you mentioned, the 6'2" sophomore. Pretty good footwork inside to get herself open and put it up off the window at 8-7.
Nice smooth shot.
Right Frederick brings it through the timeline, looks at the zone defense. Hamill, deep right wing. Now gives it to Mullen. Corner left, Kipper for 2. Just strong. Rebound weak side. Courtney Hamill, back up in the crowd, no. Lauren Lane comes down there with it. She's fouled. That's the 14th foul called against Beloit. It'll be play center's basketball on the baseline, and Courtney Hamill again an offensive board. She had 11 rebounds on Friday night against Rock Creek.
Well, I don't know how she misses a rebound. She goes up as strong as anybody I've seen in a while. She's a lot of fun to watch.
8-7, 2:18 to work opening quarter. Right Frederick to inbound. In low it goes to Lauren Lane. She's fouled. I'm going to go back to Hamill real quickly. Our good friend Tim Block, who coached here for many years, worked with me on the air. He always talked about dead time, and he's not the only guy to talk about it. But when the ball's in the air, what are you doing? Courtney Hamill works harder than anybody else when the ball's in the air. That's why she's such a great rebounder. Watch her when the shot goes up, what she's doing and what everybody else is doing. Here's right Frederick, corner 3 ball just short. Rebound comes away to Spengler. She'll give it away now to Behrens, who brings it up the floor, lobs it toward the lane. Here again, the big post inside, can't get it down. Johnson, it's missed. It's right Frederick the board. Under 2 to work. Play center leads it by 1. Alley stops in the front court. Lets Kipfer go left wing and has Mullen, who has it right on the deep wing right. Now back outside to right Frederick. Now to Kipfer, short corner, Lauren Lane. Looks inside. 1 dribble out top to right Frederick. Starts to drive off to Mullen. Adding, skip pass across to Kipfer. Now short corner again to Hamill. Lobs it inside. Here's Lane. Lauren takes it strong. Can't get it. Battling for her own rebound. They stay out of bounds off of play center. And it goes back to Beloit with 1:30 to work in this opening period.
Pretty good call under there by that underneath official. Just see that. Good job on the feed inside the Lauren Lane. Just maybe took a dribble when she should have just went straight up.
Well, found Johnson there, too. It makes it tough to take it up just right away.
Oh, it does.
May have mistimed her, but you're right. I think she goes straight up. She may have had it. There's Behrens with a drive inside. Remember, she had 18 on Friday against Concordia. Is fouled here and steps to the free throw line. This will be only the second trip to the stripe for either team. Wright Frederick was 0 for 2, and now Behrens gets a chance here at the stripe to shoot 2 for Beloit. 18 points, 7 boards, 3 assists on Friday. Callaway and Bonenbluss back in for Clay Center. Hamill and Wright Frederick will come out. 8-7, Clay Center leads it. If you remember last year, and I know Clay Center does, it was a great battle on the road at Beloit that the Lady Tigers ended up losing. Now we're tied at 8 as Behrens hits 1 of 2. And I guarantee you they have thought about it for a while from last season and through this preseason to see if they could take one back against the Trojans. Here's Kipfer in the front court. Callaway, Bonenbluss look down inside lane. Set, shoot. She is fouled before the shot. That'll be the 16th foul on Beloit. 4 whistled against Clay Center. And the Lady Tigers will have it left to the window on their own baseline.
Watching Courtney Hamill, now I'm watching Lauren Lane. They are getting pounded under the basket, and they're giving it back as much as they're taking it.
Here's Callaway from the baseline. Lobs it to the free throw line. Bonenbluss trying to go right back inside to Callaway, who was the inbounder, and just threw a touch fine and maybe a bit too tall and too sharp.
Well, she just stumbled. Sydney got her feet tangled up and was going down. It's a great play, but not going to work that time.
1 minute left here in the opening period. 8-8 tie. 2 state-ranked teams going at it here early season. Behrens, the drive, pull up off glass, and good. Remy Behrens now has 3, and the Lady Tigers trail for the first time at 10-8. Kipper, bounce pass in low. Lane against Johnson, box. She'll shoot 2. Lauren Lane headed to the stripe.
That's just Lauren Lane getting good position in there, and Johnson not having any choice but to go up and over her back. They're going to get that call every time.
38 seconds to work first quarter. It's a 10-8 Beloit lead. At the free throw line, Lauren Lane a chance to tie it here at the stripe with 2 free throws. First one up and rattles in. Lauren had 7 points, 3 boards, an assist, and 3 steals on Friday at Rock Creek as her first point of the night here. Back to the free throw stripe goes Lauren Lane. 9-10, Clay Center down by 1. To tie it, Lane's free throw here in the opening quarter is perfect. She's 2 for 2 at the stripe, and we are tied at 2 apiece. Down court quickly comes Alana Butke. To the right corner, Hubert has it. Skip pass across left. They lob it down low and just overthrowing Alexis Butke that time from Behrens. It's out of bounds to Clay Center.
I just love what I'm seeing out of Clay Center Lady Tigers. The aggressiveness, the speed, they just don't quit. It's exactly what you would expect out of a Coach Jeff Edwards team. They do not stop from the first whistle to the last buzzer.
Agreed. Haley Jones, who just came in, back out. Addie Mullen back out. Kipper out. So you have Wright Frederick, Lane. Callaway has got it in front court. Charging toward Johnson. Block. Ball loose. Out of bounds to Clay Center. So again, Wright Frederick, Callaway, Bonenbluss, Lane, and Hamill for the final 21 seconds of this opening half.
I bet that Callaway is not going to let that happen again.
She'll keep going at her.
She will.
And she'll get some fouls out of it, if not buckets. Here's Wright Frederick. Lob out top. Almost taken away. Bonenbluss to the corner. Lauren Lane thought about the 15-footer. Instead, the Callaway out top. Wright Frederick on the wing right deep. Back to Callaway. 10 seconds now left. Clay Center get a final shot tied at 10. Here's Bonenbluss with 6. Tip pass right side. Wright Frederick with 2. Fakes the 3. Bonenbluss at the buzzer. 3 ball. No good. We're headed to quarter 2. Tied at 10. Clay Center hosting Beloit from the Den. We're back in just a moment.
Outstanding products produce outstanding yields. That's why Valley Irrigation manufactures the most advanced center pivots the industry can offer. Our innovative technology and reliable dealers can help you save water, energy, and labor. No one else offers the same durability and dependability of a Valley machine. Reliability is too important to entrust to anyone less than the leader in precision irrigation. Contact your local Valley dealer today.
See Republican Valley Irrigation or call 632-5588.
At Oldie Seed, we take pride in bringing our family of growers the latest seed technology, like our Liberty Link soybeans. Across the country, Liberty Link yielded as well or better than Roundup Ready varieties. And when used with Liberty herbicide, you can control hard-to-kill weeds that have been glyphosate resistant. This season, if you want to give your fields a big Wildcat first down, plant a Liberty Link soybean variety from Oldie Seed, proud sponsor of Kansas State football.
10-10 ball game as we go into this second quarter. The Lady Tigers and Beloit Trojans hooked up in a good one, as we expected. But wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's exactly what you would expect. I mean, we said going into this, they're two very well matched up teams. They mirror each other. They do a lot of the same things, and they are. If you just walk into this not knowing who either team is, it looks like it might be a scrimmage. Same colors. One's wearing dark, one's wearing light, and they're just going at it. And this is going to be a fun one.
Play center, of course, looking at a 2-3 zone, which they've looked at for the most part this entire first quarter anyway. And now we get to start the second period. Skip pass from Lane across to right Frederick. Courtney Hamill in the corner. Now to Callaway, mid-lane jumper up and good. Sid has her second bucket, 4 points in the game. Places her back on top, 12-10. The assist to Courtney Hamill. There's Lane outside pressuring on Hubert, and the ball taken away by right Frederick. Now taken back by Hubert. Lob down court. Johnson in the paint. Her lay-in rolls home. The big sophomore has 4, and we're tied up at a dozen apiece again. Down court, right Frederick walks it through the timeline. Just underway in the second period. It's 12-12 ball game. High post is Courtney Hamill. Looks inside. Nothing there. Now kicks it left wing. Right Frederick wide open. 3-ball. Boom! The sniper drills it from long range. She has 5. In the lead, 15-12.
I love Beloit's coach right now looking at his bench saying somebody's got to get out there.
Drive by Remy Behrens, and she is fouled on her way to the lane. Let's see if it's a shot or not. It's going to be, I think, on the floor.
I think it is on the floor.
And it is. Yeah, Coach Cox looks over at his team on the sideline saying if you're in there, you get a hand in a shooter's face because Wright Frederick had a chance to catch, set, release, and bury it.
Here is somebody get there.
Butke to inbounds to the right wing deep. Josie Wilson outside the Barons. 15-12. Play center by 3. Here's a drive by Barons. Oh, what a kick across state, but a shot blocked by Caitlin Bonenblust. The Blast gets another one knocked out of there, and this time it'll stay with Beloit, but she denied a wide-open lay-in on the block that there.
No, he's saying, the other official overruled him.
No, they're going to not block.
Wow.
Okay. She just altered this shot, Cliff. Didn't block it.
Okay.
Play center's basketball. I thought Bonenblust had gotten a tip of it, but instead it's play center with it the other direction. Lane, right wing. Skip pass left. Mullen. Back out top, right Frederick. Around right it goes to Lane. Looks inside. Bonenblust. Short corner right. Skip pass left, right Frederick. Another 3-ball. Almost 2 in a row. That was dead on line. It just hit the back iron. Down court comes Josie Wilson for Beloit. 6:21 to work. We're in the opening quarter, 15-12. Play center by 3. Mullen defending on Butke. Tough guarded shot. Alana Butke had 20 Friday against Concordia. Her first points of the night.
Addie Mullen couldn't have done anything more. That was great defense.
They made her shoot it off balance with a hand in the face. Butke just better that time. Here's Wright Frederick in the front court. Right wing it goes to Bonenblust, who had 4 first quarter points. Now dribble penetrates to the lane, had it tipped on her way in there and taken away by Beloit. In transition, Josie Wilson cut off by Wright Frederick. Left wing and deep goes Butke. Starts to drive. Now it's taken back by Bonenblust. 3-on-1 numbers. Bonenblust across lane. Falling for 2 and good. Addie Mullen, the freshman, off the feed from the Blast that time. It's 17-14. Down court quickly comes Beloit. Wilson, right wing 3. No. Rebound inside. Johnson. Foul's going to be called. They're going to get Bonenblust.
Oh, they are.
For reaching back and getting the wrist of Johnson, the big post, who had the offensive rebound.
Probably the right call.
I think initially everyone that was in Clay Center's side of the gym was thinking it was going to be against Johnson, but I do think she had control and Bonenblust reached back.
Yeah, I agree.
Second foul, though, on Caitlin, so she'll come to the sideline. Lady Tigers stay man-to-man. Off the inbounds, they get an open Remy Barron. She able to get free in the lane and knock down her second field goal. She has 5 points at 17-16. 1 point, Lady Tiger lead. They have possession. Wright Frederick brings it across. Mullen, left side. To Wright Frederick. Around right, they go to Kipfer. Looks slow, not there. Skips it out top. Right, Frederick almost overthrown, but she's able to gather it back in. Here's Addie Mullen, left side wing. Looks slow, instead out top to right, Frederick. Now to the post lane. Drives, kick out, tip for 3 ball, short. Long rebound in the corner comes to Alana Budke. Placed her by 1, 4:50 left to work for in the opening period. Left corner, Wilson. Out top to Behrens. Wants to dribble penetrate again, and she's bumped on the way in by Kipper. It'll be Beloit's basketball at the free throw line. This is a 1-and-1. Both teams are in the bonus from here on out. Behrens, who is 1 of 2 at the line, 5 points in the game, had 18 on Friday. And will step to the stripe here for a 1-and-1 chance. Front end is no good. Rebound, Lauren Lane. Out to right, Frederick. Clay Center still leads it by 1. 4:38 to work. We're in the first half, and Coach Jeff Edwards wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on KCLY.
An old battery can stop you cold. If you're not sure your battery has the power you need to get through another season, it's better to be safe than sorry. Stop in at Hanson Ford and get a Motorcraft tested tough battery. Plus, get a $25 mail-in rebate with the purchase of a Motorcraft battery now through December 31st at Hanson Ford. Motorcraft batteries provide dependable power for today's high-technology vehicles across a wide range of conditions. See Hanson Ford of Clay Center. Ford, go further.
Is there someone on your Christmas list who would appreciate a practical and useful gift, one that assists in their mobility? Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy has a large selection of possibilities ranging from wheelchairs and bath aids to canes and lift chairs. Maybe he or she would be happy with a new pair of shoes designed for diabetics. The friendly and professional staff will be glad to help you choose the perfect gift. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy in downtown Clay Center.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team. Man, have we got a great selection of used trucks on the lot right now.
17-16 ball game, 4:37 to work here in the second quarter. The Lady Tigers will lead by 1, Flip, and I think if this was billed as a big matchup, it's not disappointed this far, huh?
No, not at all. 17-16, 1-point ball game. It's exactly what you would think it would be.
Play center with the basketball. Chloe Gallagher is chipped in. Out top is Mullen. Right side wing goes Lane. Skip pass left, right, Frederick. She'll attack the paint. Off glass and good goes right, Frederick. She has 7 here in the opening half, and it's 19-16. Went right in against the trees and knocked it in off the window. Out top is Behrens. Right, Frederick pressuring. Behrens, though, gets to the paint. She'll drop it in off the glass. And Behrens has 7 herself. 19-18, Clay Center by 1. Right, Frederick brings it across. Gal got top. Beloit, who had been primarily zone, has gone to a man-to-man, and now Mullen had it tipped out of her hands. It's called for double dribble, and the basketball goes back in the hands of Beloit. Clay Center leads by 1. We're right at the midway point of the second period. Behrens will bring it up, met at the half-court stripe by Allie Wright Frederick. Left on the wing, it goes to Budke. Wilson around right. Behrens wants to drive. Cut off by Hamill. Still drops it in. Up and over the outstretched arms of the silent assassin. And Behrens now with 9.
That's a heck of a shot. Again, good defense by Clay Center.
Yeah, just a better shot. Somehow got it over the defender and then dropped it in. Here's Lane. She'll attack the paint to the lane. Bucket good, but a foul called before the shot. Boy, great first strong step by Lauren Lane. Gets to the glass. Again, the foul called before she got the shot away.
Well, she made up her mind from the get-go. As soon as she got that and turned, she was gone. That opening was there.
Catch and go. And it just split the defenders and then got the bump on the way into the paint. She has a chance at a 1-1 here. Placing her down by 1. 3:25 to work second quarter. Lane now 3 of 3 at the stripe. Play center 3 of 5 at the line thus far. Megan Robbins checked in as Gal will get a breather. So Chloe out, Robbins in. Play center's tied it back up at 20 apiece. Back into the 1-and-1 coming for the Lady Tigers' Lauren Lane. After making the first, second is also good. She's 4 for 4 at the stripe, and Play center leads again now by 1. Down court, Behrens. Right side wing, again, right Frederick, the assignment there. Man-to-man by the Lady Tigers. Out top, tip pass by Lane. Goes right in the hands of Budke. Now she'll drive baseline right, underneath the basket, all the way across paint. outside to Wilson. Now around right to Behrens. Johnson posting inside, a foul called. They get this on Johnson. It's Clay Center's basketball. She was backing Megan Robbins down inside the paint.
Yeah, Megan Robbins had position set, and Johnson was just backing her way in there and trying to own Megan, and Megan was not given an inch.
So Clay Center gets it back, a 1-point lead. Last year, these two teams went to overtime at Beloit. Clay Center led by 4 going into the final quarter, then tied 39 apiece. It would be a 47-42 final. Here's Lane, wide open at the stripe, doesn't want it. Ball fakes now and drives, stops and shoots it. Called for the travel. Said she moved her pivot foot before the contact took place.
You know, I say this every year, at least once a game. They will call that every time.
It's hard when it looks awkward. So just let them play on. And that time Lane made a good move, but got off balance, and they gave it to the defender. Now a drive inside by Barron, and they'll get Clay Center for the foul. It's the 18th foul against the Lady Tigers. 9 have been whistled thus far against Beloit.
We're going to get Allie Wright-Frederick. She would have been my last choice on who to call. I was about to say take your pick, but Allie was not in my conversation.
It's unfortunate, her second, so she'll likely come out as Chloe Gowg will chip in, and it will be Wright-Frederick come to the sideline with that second foul. 2:34 to work. Barron's knocked down the first free throw. She's at 10 points already and has the game tied again at 21-21. Johnson out for Beloit. One more free throw from Remy Barron. At 18 on Friday, 10 first half points already, make it 11. And she's 3 of 5 at the stripe herself. The only free throw shot tonight, but she's very aggressive with the dribble to the glass. Timeout taken by Beloit. 2:34 to work first half. Lady Tiger basketball will continue on 100.9.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team. Man, have we got a great selection of used trucks on the lot right now. How about this? A 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4-wheel drive with the limited package. It's got the leather seats, the heated seats, and the Ram box. Great truck, local one-owner trade-in. Or how about this one? A 2012 Ram 2500 regular cab 4-wheel drive. Great truck. So come check these out at the Green Team, 802 West Crawford, or check us out on the web at greenteamcars.com.
Lady Tigers down 22-21. Clay Center basketball. Beloit taking that timeout off the made free throw from Barron's and now has 11 first half points. Megan Robbins will inbound to Addie Mullen. You have Hamill, Gowg, and Lane on the floor right now for Clay Center. With 2:26 to work in this opening half of play. Robbins out deep with the basketball. A couple of ball fakes to Hamill. Courtney backs it out. She'll look at the offense. Now give it up high post to Gowg. Floyd, ball fakes it right on the wing toward Lane, who had started to cut, able to make the catch and back it out with the dribble. 22-21, Beloit by a point. We're nearing halftime. 2:03 left in this first session. Here's Gowg out to Lane. Lauren works against Taryn Post. Robbins, right wing beyond the arc. To the top of the key, it comes to Hamill. Courtney backs it out now. 1:48 to work. A lot of time off the clock on this possession for Clay Center. Addie Mullen has it. Couple of ball fakes. She'll back it out with the dribble. Right-handed dribble, left-handed player. She gives it off to Megan Robbins. Backdoor look. Lauren Lane, bump, shot up. They call it before the shot again. But a great backdoor look, and how about the pass from Robbins that time?
Boy, no kid. Robbins beating underneath. That was a great look from her. Really good patience by Clay Center, waiting for that to open up.
At the line will be Lauren Lane, who is 4 for 4 at the stripe, and she gets a 2-shot foul here. It was on the floor, but the Beloit Trojans in the bonus with their 10th team foul, and Lane has 5 all at the stripe on 5 opportunities. 1:34 left in the half. And Lady Tigers will have it tied at 22-22. A miss on that second free throw by Lane. Minute 27 to work. Lob inside the paint. Shot off glass is strong. Taken this time by Buskey. Alexis Buskey. Lane the other direction. Good crossover to the corner. Now they call her for the carry. It was a high dribble, but I don't think she carried the basketball. Exactly what Coach Jeff Edwards is arguing right now.
Yeah, I agree with him. He's got an argument there. That was a little bit high, but she did not carry that basketball.
So tied at 22. And the high dribble sometimes gets an official to think there was a carry. I don't know that she did that time, but Beloit does have it back. 1:10 to work. Here's a drive by Alana Butke. Kick outside for Taryn Post, taken away by Hamill. 3-on-1 number. Hamill left side, all the way to the glass. Goes baseline right, tried to get it across to Addie Mullen. It's taken away by Beloit with under a minute to work. It's Remy Behrens who will drive it right side. She's fouled. 19 foul on play center. A 1-and-1 chance for Behrens, who will step to the stripe here with a chance for that 1-and-1. And Behrens, a 5'8" senior, has put together a great first half. She had 18 in the opener on the Friday night against Concordia, and already with 11 in this game and a 1-and-1 coming her way.
Well, what a steal on that last series, though, by Courtney Hamill. I think Coach Jeff Edwards, I'm watching him in conversation as she misses the free throw. Clay center rebound, telling her to go up with that shot.
Yeah, he wanted her to shoot it instead of kicking it across, but it was a great steal by Hamill. Crossover dribble by Lane to Megan Robbins. 42 to work, tied at 22 after the miss by Barron. Courtney Hamill brings it out near the timeline with the dribble. Now to Chloe Gowd, squares it up, looks left, gets it to Lane. Lauren puts the dribble down, 30 seconds left. 22-22. Here's Robbins, good catch in traffic, lobs it down low, looking for Mullen. Ball loose, taken away by Beloit. Behrens brings it the other way. In the front court, stops. Right side wing, Butke, 3-ball, no. Rebound inside, Robbins battling for it, ties it up on the floor. The arrow belongs to Beloit. Butke hasn't had a chance to shoot many threes. She had 5 on Friday. Lady Tigers have done a good job to shut her down from around the perimeter. But that time the ball tied up. Good hustle by Megan Robbins. 11 seconds remains first half. Beloit from their baseline lobs it out top. This is Courtney Hubert inside the Behrens. Drives the paint, puts it off glass with 4. With 3, Clay Center gets it in. Here's Mullen in the backcourt. Heaves it down floor, hoping to lean into contact, and it won't happen on this trip. 24-22, we're at the break. Beloit by 2 here at halftime. Stay with us. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on KCLY.
Resistant weeds are an ongoing threat to crop yields and likely will be an even bigger problem next growing season. Lucky for you, Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales is ready to help you out. We offer custom applications to knock down those weeds and keep them under control. Come in and visit with any of our field experts about how to stay ahead of weeds and give your crops the early advantage in the spring. We'd be glad to go over a custom application program for you at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Listen up! Wallace True Value is always getting calls for scratch and dent freezers, and I found a load of uprights, and they are nice. These are factory blemish models, which mean they have very little wrong with them, a full factory warranty, and a great price tag. 16, 18, and 20 cubic foot frost-free models. Get them while they're hot, or cold in this case. Wallace True Value in Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer,
or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'm straightening my office when...
Paper! I got your paper!
What in the world?
A whole truckload of premium 96 bright multi-purpose paper.
Paper?
Where do you want it?
Oh my. We'll have to have a sale on this. Normally it's $45.95 per carton, but I'm thinking $39.95 for all this. $37.95 for 10 cartons or more.
Look, buddy, I don't care what you sell it for. I just need it off my truck.
For the best prices on paper we've had in a long time, come see us at Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center.
Back once again at half as the cutometer bounces toward the right side of the frame right now. The dance company performing here at half as Christmas is certainly being celebrated. Wouldn't you say at halftime?
Well, not much of a better
kindergarten group.
This is the kindergarten group, yeah. It's not much better way to celebrate.
You bet. Fun stuff. 24-22, fun stuff on the court as well for the Lady Tigers. They do trail by 2, but this has been a very exciting game. Your thoughts from just getting a chance to see both of these teams really for the first time because it's a brand new squad on both sides of the court, really.
Yeah, both teams very good last year. Beloit lost a lot. Clay Center lost a lot. You don't replace players like that. You don't replace both Macy's on Clay Center. I think the Tigers are doing really well. I think they're fun to watch. They're very, very aggressive. Not a lot of size, and they use that to their advantage. They go fast. They're aggressive. Courtney Hamill is as impressive all over the floor as anybody I've seen in a while. It's fun to watch Addie Mullen come off the bench. We talked about her a little bit during the week. We knew she would contribute, but how much as a freshman, you never quite know. Sydney Calloway's grown up a lot. She's been fun to watch. And I was impressed with Megan Robinson when she came off the bench. I thought she did a good job as well. I'm impressed with both teams. I think you were dead on. They mirror each other very, very much.
They're both kind of figuring out what they're able and capable of doing, I think, in this season. I will say this. Coach Jeff Edwards wanted to be around that 10 to 15 mark per quarter scoring. They had 2 on Friday night where they scored in single digits, and he said that's just a matter of first-game jitters, and they missed some shots they should have made. They've done that, but I will tell you this. Coach Edwards loves defense.
Oh, really?
And I will say that that'll be the one thing he'll point to. They've allowed too many drives to the glass, and they've allowed maybe some second-chance opportunities. And I would think in his mind they just need to move the feet a little bit better, make it tougher for Ferris to get to the window, because when she does, good things seem to happen for Beloit.
Well, I agree with you. I think they've allowed too many uncontested shots because when Beloit is contested, they've shown that they can't hit a lot. They've taken a lot of shots underneath,
right?
And if somebody's in their face, they're going to be way off the mark. We've done a good job of that, but I think we let down a little bit in the second quarter. I think you'll see us adjust to that a little bit. Now, that said, Beloit got their feet under them, got a little better shooting the ball inside, and they got a lot better defensively at stopping what Clay Center was trying to do. So we'll see what happens after both teams come out.
Battle of wills. I will say that Clay Center was able to kind of shoot Beloit out of the zone defense, and that was something that you could see they were going to stick to through the whole first quarter. And you saw Allie Wright-Frederick get a couple of buckets from outside, and the Lady Tigers got some offense inside against the zone. And Beloit actually adjusted and went to a man-to-man there in the second quarter. Clay Center stayed man-to-man. I wonder if one of these teams will not try to get out in really full-court pressure. We haven't seen that from either side. And if I was to guess one would try, it might be Clay Center, who's, you see, talking about the size they maybe don't have as far as, that length as far as height, I should say, and the big bodies in low, but they've got some tremendous length. And Lauren Lane and Sydney Calloway and Courtney Hamill seems to get to a lot of basketballs in the passing lane. You can do a lot with that kind of athleticism.
Well, you don't have the height like we did with Macy Diekman. It was obvious what she was going to do in the paint, but you do have Courtney Hamill, who is playing like she's 6'1", and you have Sydney Calloway, who is not scared to go up against anybody, and I think they're doing a good job. And again, I'm going to go back to Megan Robbins off the bench and Chloe Gaug. I think they both came in.
Right.
They know their role. They spell the players they need to, and they do a good job while they're in there. I think Megan Robbins really kept that game close in that second quarter with her defense.
It's a big minutes for that group that was not at least early in the season, normal combination on the floor, and they did a great job just kind of keep it where it was in that second half. Caitlin Bonneblus got off to a great start, and I would say on both ends. We talked about some of the length in defense. She really causes problems for players trying to get to a passing lane or get to a lane. But we've had a little bit of a bump or two called. Bonneblus, Wright-Frederick both have 2 fouls. That'll be something we'll have to keep an eye on.
Well, both teams are shooting pretty good. Clay, they're both right about 50%. Clay Center is right at 50 to the floor. They're 25 from three-point land, as is Beloit. They're 1 of 4 from three-point land. They're 9 of 20, so they've got off more shots in the paint. A huge majority of those came in that second period when they were able to find a little bit of a gap in Clay Center's defense.
We are at the half. The Lady Tigers down by 2 against Beloit, 2 state-ranked teams going head-to-head here in the Den. Stay with us. 4 from halftime. Your scoring leaders will run through those next.
Farmway Co-op is seeking applicants for a grain manager for their Clay Center elevator. Primary duty is to manage Clay Center and Meltonville grain locations. You'll be responsible for grain quality control and inventory, OSHA, and safety requirements. You must have prior grain and computer experience, excellent communication skills, and customer service. Farmway offers competitive wages, benefits, and is an equal opportunity employer. Deadline is December 14th. To apply, contact Julie at 785-738-0763 or farmwaycoop.com.
How can you enjoy the holiday guest if you're always in the kitchen? Let the deli and bakery at Ray's Apple Market take the load off your shoulders. Just think, you can relax round the breakfast table with fresh pastries from Ray's along with your own hot coffee. Wouldn't that be easy? What about lunch and dinner? Just pick up some signature Rock House salads and Hickory Pit turkey at Ray's Deli and Bakery Department. And remember, Ray's gift cards make perfect gifts for anyone in any amount.
This Christmas, are you planning to give new tablets, computers, gaming systems, or smartphones to your family members? Can your current internet handle all the new devices you're planning to give this season? In Clay Center, Twin Valley Pulse can handle all your needs and more. Stop by their office at 618 6th Street in Clay Center to get the fastest speed that beats the competition. No phone line required and no contracts. Twin Valley Pulse, your life infinitely connected.
Central Valley Ag offers grain producers a grain advisor program.
That allows third-party professional traders to market bushels on behalf of the producer.
CVA's Pro Edge grain sales manager Luke Beckman says a limited-time marketing window is open right now.
You're going to sign bushels up through the program, let CVA market those, see what we can do for you as far as price.
Sign-up deadline is December 15th. Ask for details on the grain advisor program at your nearest Central Valley Ag.
Where the customer comes first.
24-22 ball game. Let's look at your scoring leaders in this first half of play. For Beloit, Remy Behrens, 18 on Friday. She has 11 first half points, a 5'8" senior. She's been a load to handle for the Lady Tigers as far as dribble penetration. They haven't done a tremendous job of cutting that off. And what she's been able to do is score 4 field goals, but also get 3 of 6 from the free throw stripe. And she'll continue to attack the paint until they cut her off.
Yeah, she will. And then Clay Center has cut her off, but until they get to where they're not fouling her, she is going to keep doing that and keep coming at you and probably keep hitting the shot.
Now, Alana Butke had 20 on Friday. She has been held to just 2 points, but she had 5 three-pointers. And really, she's had 1 good look at a 3, and otherwise they've done a good job to get a number 5 space. May Spangler has 2 points, and you get 4 from Sydney Johnson to keep off the sideline. For Lady Tigers, Allie Wright-Frederick has 7, a three-pointer and 2 field goals. Lauren Lane has 5 points, all at the stripe, 5 of 6 from the line in this ball game. 4 points each from Caitlin Bonneblust and from Sid Calloway. 2 points coming from Addie Mullen in transition. It's a 24-22 contest. Both teams getting set to work here in the second half of play, although we do have a cleanup or something going on the court. Coach Bying out with the officials. I think he might just be telling a joke right now.
Well, the way he's looking up and laughing, and the other 3 are laughing, but I can't tell if that is a paper towel, so it is some cleanup. I thought he was sanding, is what it looked like.
Now he's got Coach Moran out helping, and they're spraying down the court, so evidently something they noticed needed to be cleaned up. Not that Coach Bying would be telling a joke. Yeah, he probably would be, actually, let's be honest.
I'd be shocked if he wasn't. And I'd be a little shocked if he wasn't carrying some sandpaper to handle any issues like that.
24-22 ball game. Obviously, both teams have been ready from the huddle and now having to wait until they do get things ready to go on the court. One official has gone over to the Beloit huddle to help them know exactly why there's a delay, and then the other 2 officials with Coach Moran. It looks like they've got it cleaned up and ready to go, and I think we're about ready to get the second half going.
I think they're satisfied.
24-22, Clay Center trails by 2 points, and the second half about to go. Lady Tigers will go with Savannah Kipfer, Courtney Hamill, Sydney Calloway, Allie Wright-Frederick, and Caitlin Bonneblust. And Beloit will come out of the huddle for the second half with Remy Behrens, who had 11 first half points, along with Alexis Butke, Alana Butke, also May Spangler and Josie Wilson in the court. And they come out man-to-man and pressuring, and the inbounds pass is going to be taken away. And then a foul called on Hamill in transition. The pass from the sideline, Kipfer trying to get it to Courtney Hamill, and it was intercepted by Beloit, tipped out of there, and they took it away. And then the foul on Hamill in transition. So not the start that Clay Center certainly wanted for the second half. It is the first foul on Hamill.
That's a good foul by Hamill, and maybe a little more juice on that pass from Kipfer to Hamill.
Clay Center also in man-to-man as Remy Behrens lobs it down inside and gets it to Spangler. It's knocked out of bounds. They'll stay off of Clay Center. Lady Tigers stay on defense. Alana Butke will inbound from left of the window on the Beloit baseline. Just underway second half, 24-22. Clay Center down by a bucket. Here's Behrens, the drive, and a foul on Kipfer. Second team foul. And Behrens, who, again, able to get to the glass and either the score or the foul, and she had a couple of assists off the drive as well. So she's been really dangerous for this Beloit team. Kipfer will come out, lane in. That foul on Savannah was her first. So Lauren Lane into the game. Lob out top. Picked up by Spangler. She'll give it outside to Wilson. Around left is Behrens, and the ball tipped and nearly taken, and now is by Clay Center. Lane tipped it. Hamill came up with it. Great anticipation by Lauren Lane.
Great defense.
Here's Callaway out top. Lane goes right on the wing. This is Hamill. Courtney at the right elbow. Ball fakes. Looks to drive. Now doesn't. Off to right, Frederick. She'll take it to the lane. All the way to the glass. No foul called. Bonenbluth, stick back bucket. No. Rebound to Behrens, and Beloit has it back.
Boy, two good looks for Clay Center.
Down court pass long for Spangler. She'll set in transition. They beat Clay Center over the top. Spangler has 4. The Lady Tigers trail by that margin, 26-22. Bryant Frederick walks it across the midcourt stripe. Gives it off to Bonenbluth out deep. She works against Alexis Butke. Here's a drive by Lauren Lane. With the left hand good. Lane has 7, and now a timeout taken by Coach Jeff Edwards. 26-24. Clay Center down 2. We're in the third quarter. 6:49 to work when we come back.
Union State Bank would like to thank all of you for shopping right here at home this Christmas season. It's been amazing to see you supporting the hometown businesses to ensure your dollars stay here, making a difference in the community. That is something you can feel great about. Union State Bank appreciates the conscious effort you've made to shop local, and all of their hometown Christmas merchants are grateful for your business. From everyone at Union State Bank, Merry Christmas.
26-24 ball game. Lady Tigers down 2. What a drive from Lauren Lane. But that's big impact quick off the bench. The steal on one end, the drive on the other.
Well, and that's what you want. I mean, you want somebody coming off the bench giving that spark. And like I told you, I'm not sure they're quite where Coach Jeff Edwards wants them to be right now, so he'll readjust. Good timeout.
And out of the timeouts, the first true full-court pressure put on by Clay Center. In the backcourt is Butke. That's Alexis Butke across the timeline. Chased by Callaway. Now backs it out with the dribble. Has used it. Kicks it across to Wilson. She'll stop. No dribble left. Gives it off outside to Alexis Butke. Drives baseline. Cut off by Bonenbluth. 6.5 to work. Third quarter. Clay Center down by 2. Kick out to Wilson deep. Around right to Alexis Butke. She'll dribble penetrate. Wild shot. No good. Rebound tipped inside. Now loose. Rolls out to Wilson, and Beloit keeps possession. Remy Behrens, dribble penetrates. Ball tipped away by Bonenbluth, picked up by Hamill. Now to right, Frederick. She's fouled in the backboard by Spangler.
Now that was some good defense by Clay Center. That ball, there was twice where passes were tipped. Once by Sydney Callaway. I think the other time by Lauren Lane. Good defense that time by the Tigers.
Foul on Spangler, the freshman, her 4th. So she comes out of the game very quickly. Sydney Johnson is the post that goes back inside the big sophomore who had 4 first-half points. Here's right Frederick outside to Callaway. Sid goes left on the wing deep to Lauren Lane. Skip pass right Frederick. Short corner, Hamill. Skip pass to Lane. Lauren, ball fakes it. Back to right Frederick. Good look for 3, and the lead. It's short. Rebounded Johnson down inside for the Trojans. Clay Center back defensively. Trojans trying to beat him down court. Good defense inside. That's a charge called. Behrens took it deep. Right Frederick draws it. Clay Center has it back. Still down 2. Right, Frederick just got down and got posted in low, squared up to the ball handler coming at her. Behrens who went too deep. It's her second foul.
I think Allie a little irritated about missing that three ball back down on defense. A good charge. Coach Dallas Cox wanting an explanation and not loving that at all. Most coaches don't.
Typical how
they ask for the explanation, they get it, they don't like it.
Rarely do they agree. Here's a short corner pass to Hamill. Skip pass left, right. Frederick takes the three this time, drives the paint, takes it up in a crowd. A lot of contact, no foul. But Courtney Hamill inside, her first points tonight. Certainly not her first rebound, but she brings down the offensive carom. A stick back makes it 26-26. Now in transition, Alana Butke, who has her first second-half field goal, 4 points in the game. It's 28-26, Beloit by 2. So after a 2-point deficit at half, Lady Tigers fell behind by 4, tied it, now down by 2. Hamill strong to the paint. Twice in a row for the silent assassin inside, who has her first 4 points. We're tied at 28 apiece.
Well, see, Hamill's got a little something going on under there.
Here is a bounce pass inside. Shot clock, Bonnet-Plus, foul called. They'll say 2 free throws coming to the Beloit Trojans, Alexis Butke, and Bonnet-Plus got a lot of basketball, obviously got the wrist as well.
Well, I'm up here, and they're down there, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. That looked like good defense from Caitlin Bonnet-Plus.
Caitlin's third foul, so the Lady Tigers will make a move. As at the line, Alexis Butke knocks down her first points tonight. She had 8 on Friday in that opening win against Concordia.
Caitlin Bonnet-Plus will come out with 3, Addie Mullen back in.
Republic County up on Concordia, 16-14. That's at halftime. Panthers in some foul trouble. Again, Republic County leads Concordia, halftime score 16-14. Here it's 30-28 as Alexis Butke knocks in both free throws. Play center down by a bucket as Wright Frederick walks it to the timeline. Lauren Lane up top, squares it up, ball fake. She can dribble drive again, stops down a crowd, tries to get it outside, taken away by Alana Butke. 4:25 to work. We're in the third. Play center down by 2. Beloit in transition. Shot up. Rims out. Rebound. Lane had it for a moment. Ball now loose. Now a scramble. Hamill, Lane, all down on the floor trying to come up with it along with Johnson and with Alexis Butke, and it's a jump ball arrow that belongs to Beloit.
That was a crazy, crazy series.
A melee in the paint that time. A Donnybrook that had been on a baseball team.
Donnybrook. There's a term that's not used enough.
Here's Alana Butke, 3 ball short, rebound inside. It's Barron. Back up off glass and good. She has 13, and Clay Center's down by 4, midway point third quarter.
Well, that's just a good forward putback.
Remy Barron's 5'8" senior has 13 to lead all scorers. Courtney Hamill, top of the key, left alone, steps in for 2, shot up. Shot is good. 6 third quarter points for Courtney Hamill. It's a 2-point ball game, 32-30. Barron's down court off the long feed. And she's bumped by Callaway. Foul called. It'll be Beloit's basketball on the sideline right in front of Coach Dallas Cox. 32-30. And how about the silent assassin, no longer quiet flip? 3 field goals, almost back-to-back-to-back in this third.
Well, she's rarely quiet, but now she's starting to hit shots along with the aggressive defense and the board.
Unfortunately, Clay Center sees the third foul called on Sid Callaway, so she will come out. Kipper in. Mullen also in. It's Hamill, Wright Frederick, and Lane on the court along with those two. 32-30. Near steal by Wright Frederick. Barron turns, spins, goes strong, has 15. Shot that over the help side defense of Courtney Hamill.
Got to figure out a way to stop her.
She's put the Beloit Trojans up by 4 now, 34-30. Here's Hamill out top. Johnson on her mismatch. She'll drive by, goes to the paint. Foul called. They stay before the shot. And it'll be basketball out of bounds to Play Center. I tell you what, Courtney Hamill with Sydney Johnson on her on the perimeter, forget about that.
Yeah.
That is a mismatch big time.
Well, that's a huge mismatch.
Now, Alexis Butke does come up a little shaken for Beloit. The 5'6" senior hit the ground hard.
Yeah, they're going to need to get her out of there. I mean, I realize she doesn't want to. And
the foul on Johnson, her third, she will come out, Hubert in, and they're going to leave Alexis Butke on the floor.
Boy, she hit hard.
She did, yeah. Says she's fine and stays in. Play center the basketball, down by 4. Hamill in the corner, outside to Kipper. Right back in the corner, Wright Frederick. And when catching the basketball, her right foot planting stepped on the sideline.
Okay.
Out of bounds to Beloit. And she caught and was going to step and drive, and that back pivot foot went back and hit the sideline right there in the corner. Lob down low. Lauren Lane, another steal, and she's going to bring it herself. Lane in transition. Now backs it out and resets off it. Yeah, great move by Lauren Lane after a terrific steal to get out in transition. 34-30. Wright Frederick the basketball. Throws right on the wing to Kipfer. Right back to Wright Frederick out top. Between the circles. High post, it comes to Lane. Lauren squares it up. Barron's on her with 2 fouls. They let her go one-on-one. Now backs it out instead. Kicks it across to Kipfer. Savannah puts the dribble down. 2.5 to work, third quarter. Lady Tigers down by 4 with the basketball. Here's Hamill to the free throw line. Wright Frederick foul on her way in. And if this is on Barron's, it will be her third. Let's see where the foul goes again. And it is on Remy Barron's. That's number 3. 34-30. Clay Center keeps the basketball. 4th team foul now on both squads. Wright Frederick inbound. Throws it out left wing. Addie Mullen. Thought about a quick three. Instead backs it out. Kipfer has it left. Oh, great look inside. Hamill with the left. No. It's her own rebound. Back up. No. Block. Has it one more time. Now the foul is going to be called. And Courtney Hamill will see the basketball go out of bounds on the baseline.
She was getting mugged in there, wasn't she?
The first one she just missed. It just rimmed off. Then the second one looked like she was nearly tackled, and then they finally called it on the third attempt inside.
What a feed from Savannah Kipfer inside to Hamill.
It was a great look. Foul is on Courtney Huber, her first. Addie Mullen takes the 3 on the inbounds outside the lane. 2:13 left. Clay Center down by 4 and with the basketball. Wright Frederick has it, wing right. Short corner, it comes to Lane. Skip pass left, looking for Kipfer. Great catch. In transition, the drive. No. Lane, the stick back, and she's fouled. Lauren Lane will get to the stripe to shoot 2. Credit all of that possession, though, staying alive to Savannah Kipfer. She doesn't attack the catch on that pass across the lane. The ball's going the other way. Instead, she nearly got the lay-in. Does open up the opportunity for Lauren Lane on the weak side.
Oh, and then a great job by Lauren Lane establishing position on that weak side. Do have a halftime score for you here. To throw you up on Axtell 30-23. That's a halftime score.
Should be a good matchup.
That should be.
2 state-ranked teams there. Lane knocks down the first free throw. She has 8 points now in the game and gets the lead to 2 on this charity. Free throw up and free throw good. She is 7 of 8 from the stripe, has 9 points in this game. 34-32. Minute 58 to work, third quarter. Beloit will walk it up. Clay Center matches man-to-man. Megan Robbins is checked in during the second made free throw. Barron, right side, has used her dribble. Kick pass left. Robbins out on Taryn Post. Now it comes to Wilson. Back left, Post for 3. Short, rebound, Lauren Lane. And how active has she been in this ball game since coming in early in the first half? As the rebound brings it across, Clay Center can tie, or a long bomb gives them a lead. Addie Mullen, left wing and deep to Wright Frederick. Around, they swing it to Lauren Lane. Robbins, good look inside. Hamill trouble handling it. Tipped it around. It'll stay with Clay Center. They say Beloit the last to touch it.
Well, the Beloit crowd doesn't like it.
It was tipped around.
It was.
And they say Beloit was the last to touch it. 34-32, Wright Frederick inbound. Lobs it out near the top of the key for Courtney Hamill, and she's called for the double dribble. The Clay Center turns it over, $1:17 to work, third period. Beloit gets it back.
I just didn't see it.
Yeah, it was away from us if she did touch it. She had her back to us. She must have touched it after putting the dribble down with both hands. Here's Barron's dribble drive right side. Pull up off glass. Piston has her own rebound. Back up and good. 17 now in the game for Remy Barron. She had 18 on Friday.
She has single-handedly kept the Lady Trojans in this.
Well, 18 of their, half of their points in this ballgame have come from number 33. Here's Wright Frederick. Wing right to Lauren Lane. Now, remember, Barron's has 3 fouls, and they're going to say a basketball out of bounds, lost by Lane. I like the attack against Barron's with the 3 fouls. She just lost control when she got to the baseline.
Yeah, she did, and you know, she didn't like the call, but pretty clear shot, and she just got a little too close to that baseline.
4-point Beloit lead. 40 seconds to work, third quarter. Trojans back with possession. Lady Tigers in the man-to-man. And a steal by Mullen. Now Mullen racing out, 2-on-1. Kick across to right. Frederick playing off glass. No. Mullen the board. Back up. And yes, the freshman makes it a 2-point ball game. She got the steal from Behrens, then the rebound and the offensive stick back. And now a foul on the drive by Behrens going to be called against Wright Frederick.
Just a little too aggressive by Allie Wright Frederick and Addie Mullen. But how about Addie Mullen on the steal, the feed to Allie Wright Frederick, and then the board and put back? What a job by the freshman.
Not to be denied, the freshman on both ends. 36-34, 16 to work, third period. Now Wright Frederick with the steal in the corner, keeps possession. Through a double team is fouled. That's foul number 7. Allie's going to be at the free throw line for 1-1.
Chance to tie up this ball game with 12 seconds left in the third.
Wright Frederick, by the way, making that steal after picking up her third foul.
Well, Allie Wright Frederick is not going to back down. It doesn't make any difference. She's aware of how many fouls she has, but that's not going to change her game much.
The sniper will gun you from anywhere regardless of how many fouls she has, right? Front into the 1-1 is good. Wright Frederick now with 8, and one more free throw coming can tie it with 12.4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Chloe Gauck set to check in should Wright Frederick knock in the charity. She does. 9 now for Wright Frederick, and Allie has tied this game at 36 apiece. Wright Frederick comes out, picking up that third foul. Gauck is in, along with Lane, Robbins, Mullen, and Hamill. Length of the floor for Beloit, 10 seconds. Across comes Alana Butke, tied at 36. Butke, free throw line guarded, jumper, rims out. Rebound Behrens with 3, blocked inside, and they call the foul against Courtney Hamill. And you can see the frustration on Hamill's face as she looked back to the Tigers sideline. She thought she had a lot of basketball up top. But Remy Behrens with an offensive board now will shoot 2. It was in the act of shooting, 2.4 seconds left. And she buries it for 18 points now as we near the end of the third. 37-36. Beloit by 1. 2.4 seconds left. Second free throw short. Rebound to the corner. Tracked down, and it's going to be out of bounds as the buzzer sounds. 37-36 ball game. Clay Center trails 1. Headed to your final 8 minutes in the den when we come back.
A message from Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia. Brutal winter days will be here sooner than you think. Is your home properly insulated to keep the cold outside and keep your energy bills affordable? If not, Geisler Roofing offers several different solutions, including spray foam insulation. At Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
With fall harvest in the bin, it's time to plan next season's bumper crop with Oldie seed, corn, and soybean varieties. We take pride in the latest technology. Oldie will be one of the first to bring our family of producers the latest Extend, LibertyLink, and Enlist soybean varieties. This season, if you want to give your fields a big Wildcat first down, plant a high-performance corn or soybean variety from Oldie Seed, proud sponsor of Kansas State football.
37-36 ball game. Lady Tigers down 1 flip. We're headed to the final 8 minutes. This thing could go anywhere from here.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's anybody's ball game at this point. I think both teams have proven they want it. We'll see who's left standing in 8 minutes, but 37-36 is about where I would have expected things to be. 2 pretty good teams going at it, 2 very physical teams going at it.
37-36. Possession does go to Clay Center to begin the fourth quarter. Wright Frederick, Bonenblust, Courtney Hamill, Sid Calloway, Savannah Kipfer on the court. Remember, Clay Center played much of that third quarter without Bonenblust and Calloway in foul trouble. So they're both back in. Wright Frederick to inbound, does so to Hamill out near the half-court stripe. Wants to hand it back to Allie and does. Just underway, fourth quarter. 1-point ball game. Lady Tigers trail by 1. Here's Wright Frederick, right side, guarded by Butke. He's used her dribble, high post to Bonenblust. Want to look inside. Hamill fouled. She'll head of the stripe. That's the 4th foul on Johnson. What a feed from the Bonenblast to the silent assassin. She'll shoot 2.
Well, Caitlin had a little chance to rest there in that third period, but she's fresh. And what a feed into Courtney Hamill going up strong and then causing Johnson to get her fourth foul.
Hamill at the stripe knocks in the first of two. We are tied at 37. Hamill held scoreless in the first half, now has 7 points and a free throw to give the Lady Tigers the lead. And she does. 2 for 2 at the stripe. She was 8 of 10 from the line on Friday at Rock Creek. So 10 of 12 collectively on the season thus far, and she's given Clay Center a lead of 1. Here's a drive by Wilson, cut off by Bonenbluth. Now has used up her dribble and some trouble. Lobs it outside. Kipfer near steal. Hubert has it for Beloit. Top of the key, Atlanta Butke. Back to Hubert, right wing and deep. Just 30 seconds into the final quarter. Lob down and low. Thrown away. Clay Center's basketball. Big-time defense by the Lady Tigers.
Right now, I'm watching Sydney Johnson. She is playing extremely tentative right now with 4 fouls and still 7.5 minutes left in this game.
And they stayed in the contest, and you see Barron's getting set to come back in, but they may be making a move to get her out of there because of that. Here's Bonenbluth. Ball fake drive over Johnson. No. What a board by Hamill. Up and good. Reaching back from underneath the glass, somehow able to snatch that thing down right back up off the window. She has 10 all in the second half, and Clay Center leads it by 3. 40-37. Hamill scored the last 4 points of this ball game to give the Lady Tigers that lead. Here's Butke for 3, and she buries it, her first of the night. She has 7 points, and we're tied at 40.
That's only the second 3 for Beloit in this half.
And Butke had 5 on Friday, 20 points. Knocks down just the first of the night, 7 points total in the game. Here's Kipfer, left wing. To the corner. Calloway goes inside. Bonenbluth. Hamill again. Up through contact. No foul. Gets it right back. She's got a dozen. Maybe nearing another double-double tonight for the senior. It's 42-40.
And Sydney Johnson will not move. And Courtney Hamill taking advantage of it.
Here's Hubert out top. Gives it off now to Wilson. Right Frederick on her. 42-40 ball game. Clay Center leads it now by 2. Hubert to the high post to Alexis Butke in the lane. Ball tipped away by Calloway, picked up by Kipfer. Clay Center has it back. Now Kipfer gathers it in, gets it up court to Calloway. Double team and a foul called. This will be a 1-and-1 chance for Sid on the other end. Now we've got
he got a timeout in.
The official's going to tell us. Now this is a foul on Courtney Hubert. Coach Jeff Edwards was asking for a timeout, but it wasn't seen before the whistle blew. I don't think he'll want the timeout now because Calloway's at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. She has 4 points in the game. Clay Center led by Lauren Lane's 9, Courtney Hamill 10, all in the second half, and 9 also from Allie Wright Frederick, and then 4 each from Caitlin Bonenbluth at the line. Sid Calloway has 4. And the foul on Hubert, her third. Calloway, a 1-and-1 chance. Clay Center by 2. Free throw up and strong. Rebound. Bonenbluth. Kick out to Wright Frederick. Thought about the triple. Now the timeout for Coach Edwards. 42-40. 5:45 remains in the ball game. Lady Tigers by 2 when we come back.
The Citizens National Bank has been celebrating our 100th anniversary all year. We are excited to conclude our centennial year with our annual holiday open house. Everyone is invited to join us Thursday, December 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop in for some holiday treats, hot drinks, door prizes, and good company. Whether you're a customer or a guest, the fireplace will be fired up in our cozy lobby awaiting your arrival on Thursday, December 10th, all day at the Citizens National Bank in Clay Center.
Resistant weeds are an ongoing threat to crop yields and likely will be an even bigger problem next growing season. Lucky for you, Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales is ready to help you out. We offer custom applications to knock down those weeds and keep them under control. Come in and visit with any of our field experts about how to stay ahead of weeds and give your crops the early advantage in the spring. We'd be glad to go over a custom application program for you at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Lady Tigers right now have a 42-40 lead. We have 5:45 still remaining in this ball game, so a long way to go, but they do have the basketball and the 2-point advantage.
Yeah, you've got to be patient now, take your time, get good shots, and you got to hit them. You got to take advantage of this.
Pass comes in to Courtney Hamill at the point. Backs it out with the dribble, hands it off to Allie Wright. Lady Tigers up 42-40. Beloit staying in that zone, which can allow you to be a little more deliberate if you want to. Wright Frederick's got an open 3-ball, short. Long rebound, chased down by Sid Calloway. Now looks inside. Here's Hamill. Backs her way in the paint. 14-second half point by the silent assassin here in the second half.
Fire.
44-40 ball game. Out top is Behrens, who has 18 to lead all scorers in this game. Three-pointer Wilson, no good. Rebound to the baseline, picked up by Allie Wright Frederick. 2-on-2 numbers the other direction. Wright Frederick to the lane, off glass, and a blocking foul against Beloit. Maybe before the shot.
I think it was.
Little Euro step there by Wright Frederick to get by the defender and cause the foul. I like it.
Yeah, it is on the floor. But, yeah, Euro step.
44-40, Wright Frederick gets a chance at the 2 shots because it's a double bonus. Free throw is up. Free throw is good. Double digits tonight for Allie Wright Frederick. She has 10. She is now 3 of 5 at the line. A couple of 2-point field goals and 1 3-pointer knocked down. Second free throw rattles off. Rebound. Guess who? Courtney Hamill. Stick back, no. And we have a violation over the top. No foul called down low. Hamill thought she was bumped. So did Coach Edwards, by the way. But that actually hit the support above the backboard, so out of bounds to Beloit.
Boy, how about Courtney Hamill underneath there? I'm not keeping track of her rebounds, keeping track of shots, but wow, she is just everywhere. The only thing I've seen that Courtney Hamill would rather not do is handle the basketball.
And she can.
And she can. I just think she would prefer not to.
You're right. 45-40. With the basketball, Beloit. Here's Behrens, 18 points on the night. Pull-up jumper, guarded and good.
Wow.
2 defenders in the area. She has 20 in the game now. Wright Frederick walks it across. The Lady Tigers a 45-42 lead. And the ball nearly taken away. Now it is thrown away, and the turnover on the Lady Tigers gives it back to Beloit here.
Yeah, it went right off of Allie Wright Frederick's knee. That ball just thrown a little bit low, and I think Allie put her hands down and then looked briefly trying to see where she could go with it, and went right off her knee and out of bounds.
So the basketball back in the hands of Beloit. The Lady Tigers a 45-42 lead, and now a reach and foul against the Lady Tigers out on the perimeter. See who the foul goes against here.
That'll go against Allie Wright Frederick. That's her 4th.
Yeah, 4 on Wright Frederick. At the line, Behrens 1-1. Front end up and good. 21 tonight for the senior.
She just doesn't miss.
Not many. She missed a couple early and not much since that time.
Wright Frederick will have to come out, and Mullen will come back in. She's played very well off the bench tonight.
So at the strike, Behrens knocks in both. It gives her 22 in the game. Again, half of the Beloit scoring coming from this 5'8 senior. 45-44, Clay Center by 1. Calloway at the point, left on the wing to Addie Mullen. Freshman brings it back out top to sophomore Calloway. Around right to Lane, the junior. Hamill and Bonneblus, the seniors, down in the paint. Here's Calloway, right side wing. Lane, back out to Calloway. Midway point, 4th quarter, in a 45-45 ball game. Now the basketball to Hamill's bump for a moment. Mullen comes up with it. In the corner comes the Lane. Lauren back outside to Mullen. Now back to the high post. It comes to Bonneblus. 3:40 left in this ball game. Clay Center by 1. Here's Lane. Skip pass left to Mullen. Fakes the 3. Drives strong with the left up and good. The freshman knocks it in. She has 6. The lead back to 3.
Well, what a move by Addie Mullen. She saw that all the way.
47-44. 3:21 remains in the contest. Wilson out top. Behrens left side. Calloway on her. Both have 3 fouls. Behrens drives, cut off nicely by Bonneblus. We have a reach across, though. I think they'll be called on Calloway. No, excuse me, Lauren Lane.
Lauren Lane, yeah. Again,
that's a break because it would have been the 4th on Bonneblus.
Well, I thought it was on Bonneblus, and then you said Calloway. I didn't see Lauren Lane in the area, but obviously she was.
Behrens will shoot 2. The first one good. She has 23 tonight. One more free throw coming. 47-45. Abilene up 32-9 at halftime, and their matchup tonight against Rock Creek. the girls' game. 47-45 here. Barron's missed the second free throw, and the Lady Tigers have possession back, leading by 2. Here's Lane out deep to Callaway. Back to Lauren Lane on the wing right. Campbell and Bonenbluss run the post. Callaway left to Mullen. Addy will hold outside. Now to Callaway at the point. 2:50 now remains in the contest. Clay Center by a bucket. To the post, it goes to Hamill. Attacks with the left hand off glass. No, Bonenbluss. Weak side. Six-pack is good. A Bonen blast on the six-pack, and it's 49-45. 4-point Lady Tiger lead. 2.5 now left in the contest. Last year went to overtime. Beloit winning by 5 on their court. Now the Lady Tigers have a 4-point lead. Short time here in the fourth. The drive from Barron's. A foul called on Hamill, who cut it off, but Barron's very active to get into the lane with that dribble penetration and draws the foul again. She's back at the line.
Well, and Courtney Hamill left her feet. You don't leave your feet. I think you're fine on that one, but left her feet to go up with her.
2 free throws for Remy Barron. Wow. She misses the first.
There's a headline.
She has hit 2, 4, 6, 7 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she's hit 7 of 13 tonight, but has 23 points in this game. And now Barry is the second one here to give her 24.
Allie Wright Frederick back in with those 4 fouls.
And a timeout on the court. 2:21 to work. We're in the fourth. Clay Center by 3 here at home against Beloit when we come back.
A digital camera for Megan, a new iPod for Ryan, a GPS for Grandpa, and a remote control car for Joey. Bring your holiday gift list to Patterson Health Mart for all these fabulous Christmas ideas from Radio Shack. They have a great choice of electronic gadgets, gizmos, and toys that everyone enjoys getting. And don't forget the batteries, memory cards, and extra cables. Radio Shack has all types and sizes to power up your electronic gifts. Shop Patterson Health Mart in Clay Center and make it a very merry and entertaining Christmas.
Add big flavor to your next get-together with Subway Catering, featuring good-to-go boxed meals with a side and freshly baked cookie, crowd-pleasing giant subs, and piled-high sandwich platters overflowing with flavorific choices. All made the way you say with everything you love. Subway Catering is simple, satisfying with something for everyone. A great value for any budget. Visit Subway.com to order and let us take care of any occasion. Subway, cater fresh.
Some catering orders may require 24-hour advance notice.
49-46 ball game. 2:21 remains in the contest. The Lady Tigers have that lead of a triple, and they have the basketball.
And they've been very, very patient on the other end. You're going to see Beloit have to start fouling here soon. Not yet, but they're going to get in that position if Clay Center can keep patient and get good shots.
You wonder if Beloit will overplay a little bit more, and Clay Center could maybe take advantage. They aren't a man-to-man right now. Hamill has it out beyond the arc. Holds there, no 5 count on her. She'll put her dribble down, lobs it inside. Here's Callaway in the lane. Oh, balance is good. The feed from Hamill. Sid knocks it home. It's a 51-46 Clay Center lead.
What a great feed and shot.
Here's Butke across the Barons, outside to Wilson. Around left, Alana Butke to the baseline left, trying to back away in the paint. Bonenbluss, good job to cut her off. Now the drive on the right side, Alexis Butke, no good, over Hamill. Rebound to Courtney Hamill. Or to Keelan Bonenbluss, and up the board comes to Addie Mullen. 1:34 now left, and the game starts to shorten here.
I think Courtney Hamill got a piece of that.
And we've got a timeout taken by Coach Jeff Edwards. It may have been partially blocked by Hamill. Bonenbluss, the defensive Karen. 5-point Lady Tiger lead, 1:28 left. Stay with us for Lady Tiger basketball on the way.
Get more than propane when Propane Central delivers. Get a free gas system check, payment plans to fit any budget, and flexible delivery options. You can also earn free gas with their generous customer referral program. Just another way, Propane Central offers the best value in propane.
Propane Central, leader, innovator, and friend.
51-46. Clay Center with the lead, and again, much like the last time we went to timeout, with the basketball. And that's key right now with a 5-point lead and a chance to be strong with it, either get to the stripe or, like last time, maybe a backdoor cut.
Well, in 1:28, Beloit has had to come out of that zone. They've gone into a man-to-man, and like you said, they might get a little aggressive, and I think they did. I think they got a little bit of aggressive, that left Sydney Callaway open on that back door, up and in. You got to make those shots if you're going to take them at this point in the game.
Wright Frederick will inbound. Callaway outside. Kipfer in there along with Hamill and Bonenbluth. So 3 seniors, a junior and a sophomore out there for Clay Center. A minute 28 remains. It's a 51-46 Lady Tiger lead. Wright Frederick from the sideline goes out deep to Hamill. Courtney hands it right back to Wright Frederick, who will control the dribble against Alexis Butke and has her pocket picked. Butke the other way. The lay-in good. It's a 3-point game. Alexis Butke now has 4. Pressure coming from Beloit. Wright Frederick will bring it up herself. 51-48. Now a minute 7 left. And Beloit within 3. Wright Frederick is used dribble. Off to Courtney Hamill. She has it outside. She has Spangler on her, has 4 fouls, and backs away from her. Now it's Kipfer with 55. 6 Hamill, and she's fouled by Spangler. That'll be her 5th. And free throws coming for the senior, Courtney Hamill.
Well, and that's who I want at the line right now. If you're a Lady Tiger, you want Courtney Hamill taking any shot right now.
14 points, all second half points for the senior. She's got 2 free throws coming here to try to add to a 3-point lead with 53.9 seconds left. Courtney Hubert checking in now for Beloit as Spangler goes out with those 5 fouls. Hamill at the line. First free throw is strong. Her first miss tonight. She's 2 of 3 now. Into the game comes Lauren Lane. Savannah Kipfer will come out. 51-48. To put them up by 4. Hamill does it. 15 points in the contest. All in the second half. A 4-point Lady Tiger lead. Barons across the timeline. Right sideline, it goes to Wilson. Looking into the post for Atlanta Bucky. Now they get it through on the wing right. Baseline right, Barons. Bounce pass in low. Taken away by Bonenbluth. Clay Center leads by 2 possessions. Now has the basketball back. Lauren Lane's going to bring it herself. Fouled in the backcourt. The Lane initial thought for Lauren was to find the guard, but obviously she can handle it well. Took it up the floor, drew the foul from Barons, her 4th, and now she gets free throws.
Well, what great defense by Clay Center on the other end. They shut off that inside. They shut off Remy Barons, would not let her take a shot, and then ended up with a turnover.
Lane to shoot 2. First free throw is rimming out. Caitlin Bonenbluth got that steal on the other end you were talking about. She had 4 takeaways on Friday. She has to have that many once again tonight.
All of that.
52-48. 33 to work. Second free throw from Lane. Crawls home.
Here we go.
She has 10. The lead is 5.
You miss that first one, you shake it off, you hit the second one, then that gives you a 5-point lead.
And Lauren Lane does it. She has 10 tonight. 53-48. Clay Center by 5 points. 33 to work. They'll pressure up court just to see if they can make Beloit take some time as they come down the floor. Allie Wright Frederick knocks to the ground on a screen.
Wow.
Alexis Butke, the shot, no good. Rebound. Great position by Savannah Kipfer, the senior down inside, and she's headed to the other end to shoot free throws.
I wasn't sure Allie Wright Frederick was going to get up.
And both teams had a beef because Beloit could have said Wright Frederick ran through the screen.
Right.
She got bumped to the ground. There was no whistle. They played on.
I agree with the no call. I have no problem with that. She just took a shot.
Kipfer, great defensive board position down low. Got the foul over the back against Hubert, her 4th. And Kipfer buries the free throw. That makes it a 6-point game. This would be really big for the Lady Tigers to make it a 3-possession game if the senior can knock it home. Her first point tonight, her first free throw attempt. Second one rims off. Rebound to Barons. 54-48. Here's Alana Butke. Transition 3-ball off glass. Wild, no good. Out of bounds. Callaway touched it last. Lauren Lane back in for Clay Center. Kipfer will come out. Huge free throw by the senior. Even bigger rebound to set up that free throw attempt.
A great defense by Sid Callaway to not give Beloit a second chance at that.
15 to work. Trojans to inbound. They lob it outside. Wilson against Wright Frederick. Out of Barons against Callaway. Tries to drive, cut off. We're down to 9 seconds. Clay Center leads it by 6. We have a foul called in the lane. And this will be, I would guess, on the floor. It will be.
It will be. That's a tough call.
double bonus situation.
Call that on Sid Calloway. I thought her and Courtney Hamill had pretty good position on that drive.
Fourth foul on the sophomore, Calloway. Barron's at the line, who has 24 points tonight, misses on the first of the two free throws. Still accounts for half of the Beloit points this season.
She's been amazing.
Second free throw gives her 25 this evening. Clay Center leads, though, by 5. Here's Bonenbluss in the backcourt. She's fouled with 5 seconds left. Hubert stops the clock. Clay Center back to the free throw line, and they are 5.2 seconds away from getting this done. Hubert is fouled out on that whistle. In will come Taryn Post. Caitlin Bonenbluss to the stripe. She has 6 points. Well balanced this evening for Clay Center. 3 in double digits. Bonenbluss and Mullen both have 6. Free throw from Caitlin bounces off the back iron and no good. Calloway also with 6. And then Kip for that big rebounded free throw the last possession. Bonenbluss' second free throw is rimming off. Rebound away to Beloit with 3. With 2, and Clay Center is going to avenge an overtime loss last year at Beloit with a 54-49 win here in regulation. 2 state-ranked teams certainly entertained on a tip-off Tuesday, but it's the Lady Tigers who come away with a 5-point win over Beloit, 54-49. Stay tuned. Postgame coming up in just a moment.
Wherever the road leads this season, you have to depend on quality tires to get you there safely. Hanson Ford has a huge selection of tires for sale, big brands, and great prices. Now through December 31st, when you buy 4 select tires at Hanson Ford, you can get a $70 mail-in rebate. For the upcoming season with wet and icy road conditions, you'll feel confident knowing you're riding on tires that perform their best when you need them most. Visit Hanson Ford in Clay Center today.
Give the gift of wellness with a fresh fruit basket from Ray's Apple Market. These baskets offer delicious crisp apples, juicy oranges, sweet pears, and more of nature's finest treats that make a healthy snack. Or brighten someone's day with a meat and cheese basket. Their selections include savory summer sausages and flavorful cheeses that are perfect for gift giving. You can also include gift cards in any dollar amount from Ray's Apple Market.
Well, quite a win for the Lady Tigers, and that's a bit of an understatement, Flip. This was some kind of game for Clay Center, a rematch from last year's game 2 in Beloit. Went to overtime. It was a 5-point Beloit win. Tonight, regulation, it's a 5-point Clay Center win. A lot of new characters in this play, but certainly when it got on the stage, they all performed very, very well again this year.
Yeah, 2 state-ranked teams, one 3A, one 4A Division II, and I think deservedly so. I think both teams played very well. I think it was a huge test early for both teams. Both coaches can kind of see where they're at, and I think they both got to come out of this pretty happy with what they saw. I'm going to go back to the start of the second half. About a minute into the game, Beloit had gone up by 4 or 5. I don't remember exactly which. And Coach Jeff Edwards with a timeout. He called a timeout. He brought, I think, Lauren Lane in off the bench. Didn't like what he saw. And from that point on, Clay Center pretty much owned this game. We got back in it. Great defense by Lauren Lane off the bench when she had to come in and make the plays that she did. I thought it was a great timeout, and I thought it was a turning point in the game.
7 players score in this ball game. More contributed than that did not get in the scoring column. 3 in double digits. Allie Wright-Frederick came out and kind of set a tone early, had 7 first-half points. Lauren Lane had 5 on 5 of 6 free throw shooting. She would finish this game 8 of 10 from the line for 10 points.
Wow.
6 points each from Addie Mullen, Caitlin Bonenbluss, who was so big on the boards and on defense. Sid Calloway in foul trouble, but 6 points still. 1 point from Savannah Kipp for a big-time rebound that was late in the game and then knocked down that free throw. But for the performance of this game, has got to go to the senior, Courtney Hamill. Scoreless in the first half, still doing all those things. I even mentioned in pregame, sometimes you don't realize all she's doing, but she continues to just work. And then the second half rolls around, and it all fell together for her. She took advantage of the Beloit defense, 15 points all in the second half, and that was really the difference in the Lady Tigers' comeback in this game.
Well, and she was big in the game, and you're right. She never stops moving it, and it is what you're doing when the ball's in the air. I mean, I started watching her after you made that comment. She continually moves. She owns that inside, and I don't care who's in there. She's going to own it. She was a difference maker in this game. She was absolutely huge. It was exactly what you would expect from your senior to come up big like that. She did. First half, it was all on defense. Forward, second half, it was on the offensive side of it. So, wow, what a job.
Scoring leaders in this ball game. We'll get you to pregame here in a moment, but our postgame tonight being brought to you by Bus Tire Service. Remy Barron's 25 points for the Beloit Trojans this game. They get 7 from Alana Butke, 4 each from May Spangler, Alexis Butke, and Sydney Johnson. For the Lady Tigers, we mentioned the 15 from Courtney Hamill, all in the second half. She was 3 of 4 from the line. That puts her at 13 of 16 on the year from the free throw stripe, 15 second-half points, 10 each from Allie Wright-Frederick and Lauren Lane, 6 each from Addie Mullen, Caitlin Bonenbluff, and Sid Calloway, and the 1 free throw from Savannah Kipfer. Just a great team performance again for the Lady Tigers, 54-49. They moved to 2-0, knocking off state-ranked Beloit. The Lady Tigers state-ranked themselves in 4A Division II. Stay with us. We'll come back in a little bit. Get you set for boys basketball. Big matchup here for the Tigers. State-ranked Beloit comes calling. We'll talk with Coach Kelly Williams when pregame comes your way next.